Good afternoon, everyone. We are here with our Robotics and Winter Athletics Awards. We're going to go ahead and introduce our coaches and our teams and celebrate our students this afternoon. So, we will begin with girls basketball and Coach Franklin and Coach Lukey. Let's give them a round of applause, huh?
Said, I'm Coach Franklin, this is Coach Lukey, and we had the awesome privilege of coaching a wonderful girls basketball team this year. We didn't have the goal of going undefeated, but we actually did, besides our forfeits. That's another story. We didn't have the goal of winning a third straight city championship, but we did. We didn't plan on missing practices and games because of being contact traced as a team, but we had to. But, however, what we did have was the goal of being a team that focused on doing our best, of working as a team, growing in our skill, not taking any time together for granted, which was important this year, and having fun along the way. And we did that.
I'm going to kind of read mine too, because I want to make sure that I say everything that I wanted to say. But for most of these girls, I've been a part of their elementary career the last 3 years in some form or another. I watched them grow in many ways on and off the court. I get to see them in the classroom too. One thing that stand out the most in my mind though is about how coachable each one of them has been. It's not every year you get a group of great girls like this, let alone 3 years for most of them in a row. And there's not a single girl on this team, especially our 6th graders, who do not come out at each practice and every game ready to listen and learn and then do. So one of the things is they're extremely coachable. So we were successful these past few years because we've had this. We're going to continue to be successful because in the years to come, because of what especially our 6th graders have set for us. They've set the example of leadership, confidence, humility, and just the love of the game. And we appreciate that and thank them for that.
Yeah, we coaches were blessed with such a great collection of young ladies. We had so much fun together, which made it more of a disappointment that not only did we have a shortened season already, but we had to miss those practices and games, but we did make the most out of our time together, and we were thrilled to make it all the way to the end to finish as champions. Despite having to forfeit games, we actually scored the most points in the whole city, and actually still had the least points given up on average. This truly was a dominating team that was fun for us coaches to strategize for. What was fun for us was that we could watch game film of our team and also scout out our opponents, knowing that we could implement strategies that our girls could handle and give us a huge advantage. A perfect example was our championship game against Madison. Us coaches scouted them first and took notes. Then our team had a team lunch together and watched their team play on the video. We knew how to set up matches perfectly and memorize their plays, and actually we held Madison to 0 points in the first half of the championship. That's pretty impressive, and that was a lot of fun. Now, while we focus on success as a team, we also wanted to recognize some individuals for some outstanding seasons. So, first of all, we have 2 certificates for improvement. Both of these ladies are 5th graders that improved so much this season. The first lady is Reagan Edwards. She was one that improved a lot throughout the season and really came on at the end of the year. Partway through the season, we were talking as a team and saying, what can separate us from other teams? And one thing we talked about was boxing out and rebounding, back to the fundamentals. She took that on herself and was a dominating force for us at the end of the season, especially in the tournament. So, well done, Reagan. Can we give another round of applause?
And then another player we want to recognize as well for most improved is Reagan Robinson. Not just from last year, but even throughout this year, improved from the season. And even though she got quarantined a couple of times, she met with us in practice digitally. And when we were practicing on the court, she was practicing at home with her basketball. And then in our games, she provided some key defense for our squad, especially in our tournament. And it was her hustle and her determination, I think, that just continued to show that improvement. So we're excited to see both of these girls sit up as step up as leaders next year. So give them both a round of applause. All right, and so we'll introduce our team, and then we have 4 trophies then that we'll do here to kind of wrap things up. So we have, when you get your name, we'll just start our line over here, and then we'll just line you guys up along here. So letters with pins, Adeline Lukey. Pins go to McKenna Moore, Kinley Briscoe, and Adeline Purdy. And then go all the way down. Yeah. And then bars go to Lucy Andrew, Amy Escusha. Oh, hold on. Let me go through names and then clap. Lucy Andrew, Amy Escusha, Ellie Gagnon, Kyra Lowe, Jocelyn Lukey, Lauren Metz, Savannah Purdy, Aubrey Bricker, Reagan Edwards, Sophia Rios, Katie Robertson, and Reagan Robinson. And then we have 2 more that we just want to thank. We had 2 girls who came out as practice players and gave it their all at our practices, but we just want to recognize them and give a big thank you, and they can come on up here too. We have Maya Moore and Bailey Edwards. Yep. All right. So we have 4 trophies here. We call these our leadership trophies, and so we want to describe a little bit of the leadership in each one of these 4 trophies that we have. The first one, this is our dependable leader. I'm losing my thought. Okay. One of the highest, I think, or highest scorer in the city this year, but you wouldn't know that in her unselfish play, and she just flowed so smoothly in the games. She was dependable because we knew we could always count on her on both ends, and she stepped up when we needed her the most, and that is Jocelyn Lukey. Sorry, those are mom tears.
Yeah.
Not coach tears, mom tears. All right, and our second one, this is our leadership for our energy leader. This girl grew into a phenomenal passer, could always handle the ball well, but really learned how to see plays before they even happen. We fed off of her energy and that motor that kept us humming, and she gave us that spark each time, and that leadership award goes to Miss Kyra Lowe.
The next one is also a 6th grader, and this is Miss Consistency, a consistency leader. Lucy Andrew gets this reward. Let's give her a round of applause. Lucy was considered one of the best defenders in the whole city, not just by us coaches, but by other coaches and people that watched. She always took on the toughest assignments, and she shut them down. She also grew to be almost impossible to guard on offense with her quickness. So we thought of consistency with her because she brought it every game and every practice and did it with an awesome attitude. So, Miss Lucy Andrew. Our last one is Savannah Purdy. She is our do-it-all leader. She was the perfect complementary piece to our team. She fit in well with the other leaders and made some huge key plays for us in the tournament. So she could do it all, and she helped our team reach that extra level of excellence with being a good leader for us. So can we give all those ladies a round of applause? A few last things before we're done. Parents who are watching, thank you for your support this year. We appreciate all of you as we made it through this crazy but awesome season together. Cheerleaders and Miss Jensen, thank you guys for rooting us on, whether it's up on top or over in the corner, wherever it was. Thank you guys for your support for that. We want to give a shout out to Coach Simcoe and Coach Bricker, who led the team the last few years and laid a great foundation for us to build on. Thank you to Mr. Carter and Mrs. Stogsdale for live streaming our games and for helping our team and our other winter sports teams. And lastly, to our 6th graders. We have a bunch of them up there. As you guys move on to middle school, we're excited to see what your futures hold, not only basketball-wise, but also as young ladies as you move on to each of your lives. We challenge you to remember these keys that apply to not only our basketball team, but also to your future life. Work hard and give your best effort. Look for ways to encourage others and be a team player, and find a way to be a game changer or a world changer. It was our privilege as coaches to work with you, and we wish the best for your futures. So to our whole team, well done on a great season, ladies. You represented your families, your school, and yourselves very well. Thank you, ladies.
All right, let's give one more round of applause to our city champions girls basketball team. All right, now let's go ahead and welcome up Coach Jones and the boys basketball team.
Well, thank you very much. This year for everyone, school, sports has been unpredictable and kept us on our toes throughout the entire season. I definitely want to thank the parents for their understanding in getting the kids to the games and the restrictions that they had to go through. Mr. Carter, Mrs. Stogsdale, everybody that help us keep things going, and especially to the coaches that helped me. Heath Simcoe and Scott Schneider. Those guys are great, and they love these kids, and they do everything they can to help them out, and it's a huge help and benefit to me. Thank you to the cheerleaders. Every time the kids get done with a game, it's great to have you there. It's great to see the tournament banners, the things the kids can take home. I know that's hours of work, and thank you very much to all the cheerleaders. I would like to start by having the team, if I can have the team come up here, guys, and just line up along this path. I know we play a lot of teams, throughout the year, but I think our largest opponent this year was contact tracing. Cooper Davis was out for the entire season, and he got to play in one game, which was in the tournament, and to me that shows resilience in his effort. Obviously he was disappointed, but he came back into practice. He took up that leadership role and showed his team that he was still here for us. And even though he only got that one game in, it was fantastic to have him on the team. And he's a very special young man, so I'd like to give him a round of applause. He was not the only one. We had other sixth graders. Alex. We had Evan. Sixth graders that had to go through this, and even Drew had to be out for a while. So I know you guys, with the short season, that can be painful, but we're glad to have you back. I would like to thank all of our sixth graders. I believe we have 10 of them, which is a huge benefit for us. We're going to miss you guys next year, and I hope that you continue your basketball aspirations going out for that middle school team. So thank you all very much. We have 3 main awards that we're going to be passing out. The first one is the Mental Attitude Award. And this goes to a player that is always in a positive frame of mind, always helping out his teammates. Doesn't matter what the score is, he's in it to have fun and be competitive and be helpful to his team and not get down. This year's award winner, and this is voted on by our entire coaches staff. This year's award winner is Cohen McRae. The next award is Most Improved Player. And this is a player that would come to practice every day with a smile. I can't say he would leave with a smile, but he came to practice with a smile every day. He did everything that was asked of him, and he would even stay afterwards to work on his own, to work on his shot, his rebounding, and do different things to help improve his game. From where he started at the beginning of the season was greatly improved by the end of the season. And he has done that. He did it last year. And this year he did it again. And it shows a lot of self-responsibility and the self-desire to improve. This year's award winner is Hayden Farmer. I'm really going to be missing yelling Farmer all the time. Good boy. Our final major award is for Most Valuable Player. And this one, I wish I had 18 trophies to hand out. This goes to a player that follows the 3 R's that we live by as a team. Be responsible, be reliable, be respectful. You don't have to make the winning shot. Make the pass to get to the open man, to serve your team, to do what we need to do to win, and don't be striving for the spotlight, but be in the background, picking everybody else up, and do your best. This year's award winner is Drew Jones. Okay, we'll go then into the letters with pins. Levi Jones and Riley Truman. And we'll have a list of names, so please hold your applause till after we're done. For pins, Micah Kohler, Hunter Bizarre, Kendrick Clark, Barrett McManus, and Aiden Simcoe. Bars, A.J. Bueller. Cooper Davis. Hayden Farmer. Alex Hoover. Cohen McCrae. Ethan Rivich. Evan Schneider. Silas Hill. And Drew Jones. This was a shortened season with a lot of struggles. I'm very proud of all the boys. There were a lot of boys that had to step out of their comfort zones to fill in spots that they weren't accustomed to. Ethan Rivage showed great leadership. With Cooper out, he had to come in and take the point. And there were some games that you probably really didn't want to. And there was one game in particular where he was like, I got to sit out for a while. I was like, that's fine. You let me know when you're ready. And he said when he came out, I don't know if I really want to be point. I was like, you can do it. And he came up to me later in the game and said, I'm ready. And from then on, he took on the job. And you did a great job for us. Thank you. Very proud of all the boys. I hope that you guys continue in basketball, and a special thanks to our manager, Austin Klingeman. Helped us out very much. Proud of you, buddy. You kept us running smooth. Thank you, guys.
Okay, at this time, we're going to go ahead and welcome up Coach Jensen to recognize and honor our cheerleaders. Let's give our cheerleaders a round of applause.
All right, so we had a really interesting year this year. I think that that's the case for everyone. But we were actually potentially not going to have a season this year. And thanks to a lot of people that went in and stepped in and fought for us, we were able to have a season, and we were able to go to each Super Saturday and go to the championship and be able to cheer on all of you guys, and we were so thankful for that. I had a new team of cheerleaders this year. I had only one returner, so we had to kind of work from the ground and build all the way up. We had to make a lot of changes. We weren't allowed to stunt this year, which was new for me as a person who's coached for a long time. We've never not been able to stunt. So with that, something that I have learned is that there's more to it than that. Because we had some time in our cheer practices, we were able to team build a lot more, and so therefore we got to be closer as a team. We were able to play games together, and we were able to run around the playground and get some energy out. We were able to master our cheers a little bit better than in previous years that I've coached. And I really think that we were just able to bond as a team more, which is something that's really irreplaceable and is just as important as the skill itself. So those are some things that I truly enjoyed this year. We had a lot of girls that came in knowing really nothing about cheer, and so if I could give a lot of MVP or most improved awards, I would be giving out 10 of them today, because that's just how much people learned this year. These girls that I coached are just the best. They worked hard every practice. They came ready to learn with smiles on their faces in the beginning and at the end. And it was a lot of fun to work with you girls, and I have been missing working with you guys. I will go ahead and announce the letters with a pin. These are the girls, this is their first sport and obviously their first time doing cheerleading. So I have Gabby Saucedo, Kelsey Jones, Serenity Miller, JC Stockman, and Kendall Whetstone. And then I've got pins. This is the first time they've done cheerleading. Ava Adams, Rosalie Aldeford, and Aaliyah Reese. And then I have Hannah Kohler here, who has cheered last year. And then Charlotte Teo, who's not here, would also receive a bar. All right, had to put my mask up because I'm close to people. Okay, and then I have 3 trophies to give away this year. I could, like I said, give a whole bunch of trophies away if I wanted to. But I have, my first award is a leadership award, and it goes to one of my returners who had to assist me each practice while learning the cheers. She was by my side each practice and more than willing to help out when I forgot the motions or when I needed the extra help, because sometimes I just forget. She's just a kind person who is just funny, makes me laugh, and is just willing to incorporate all the girls in fun, and is just an excellent leader in the classroom, which isn't always easy when you're in 5th and 6th grade. That's not always easy to be a leader. I've loved being her coach the past 2 years. My leadership award goes to Charlotte Teo, and she's not here today. But give her a round of applause. All right, my most improved award goes to a girl who just took cheerleading so seriously. She showed a true excitement for the sport and worked hard to master motions, the cheers, or we got to learn a dance this year, which is another new thing we've never done. It was fun to see the improvement each practice and watching her gain confidence as the season progressed. She's also a leader. My most improved award goes to Ava Adams. And then I have a mental attitude award. This is one of my favorite awards because I think it really shows the character of this girl. She's also a leader. She takes our Jefferson words super seriously. She's a constant for our team, and although new to the team this year, she had some knowledge of the sport and was always more than willing to help out and share her knowledge when needed. So I'm honored to give this award to Rosalie Aldeford. All right. So we had a great season. I think hopefully next season we can come back and do it with stunting and also gaining that insight that we have about team building. So, all right, that's it. Congrats, girls.
All right, we have one last team we want to recognize and honor this afternoon. Lego Robotics team had competed during the fall semester as well and competed in regional and state tournaments. So we want to turn this over to Coach Long and let her recognize her team.
Welcome. We had a very unique season. This Lego season was different than any other. We were unable to compete in an in-person competition. We had to adapt to a virtual competition, which is a little strenuous and different than we're used to. But while this season presented challenges, this Lego team worked hard to persevere. We competed in the regionals, and we did advance to state this year. So congratulations to our team on your hard work this season. I'm going to call our team up as we go through. We have some pins and bars and some trophies to award. So if I could get Lincoln Carter and Austin Klingeman to come up for our pins. These two gentlemen were new to Lego this year, and we were very excited to have them. The remaining Lego members were part of the team last year, so they had a little bit more experience. They are receiving bars. We have Rosalie Aldeford, Josh Brandeberry, April Kranick, Brendan Federley, and Lauren Metz. And Lauren is absent today. I apologize. In addition to their pins and bars, we have 3 awards that I'd like to present to our team today. Our most valuable member is a member that brought her A game to practices and to competitions every time. She was often the first to speak for the team when asked. She used her experience to help the newer team members learn how to program. She exemplified the core values of FLL. Our most valuable member is Rosalie Aldeford. Our most improved member for this season is a confident builder, but was kind of hesitant to program at first. He had good ideas of how to modify our bot to accomplish a task, and as our season progressed, he began to explore the programming part of it. The mission he chose was one of the trickiest, and he showed great perseverance in his trials, and he succeeded in his mission. Our most improved member is Josh Brandeberry. Our final award for robotics for the season is our mental attitude member. This member was new to our team this year, and his attitude toward the team and the tasks was always on point. He was ready to go with ideas and willing to jump in and help with any mission. He strived to show respect and kindness towards others. Our mental attitude member is Austin Klingeman. And in addition to the awards that I've handed out, because we went to state, we have our state medals to administer as well. So each team member is awarded a medal through First Lego League for competing in our state championship. They persevered this year. We had kind of a few situations where it was a little tricky, but we did our very best, and I am very proud of this Lego Robotics team. Congratulations, team. All right, and can we give them